Alright, what up guys? Gaming Guy TV here. So, I don't know if this actually applies now because I just changed my mic, but sorry if it isn't as good. I'm using my camera mic and that has been known to have some issues. Another thing is, I am sick with a 100-degree fever. So if I don't sound good, that's exactly why. Um, Third thing, there's no subscriber goal because this is a new scene set within my editor, so it, yeah, it didn't transfer over. And another thing is it's 9:42 in the morning here on a Tuesday. I normally have school on a Tuesday. Where I am, it's supposed to snow in like a few hours. So, yeah, my school is closing early, and I just felt so bad this morning because I was sick that my dad said, just stay home. You have a half day anyway. Um, so yeah. Um, yeah. So, the keyboard that you see in front of you currently is the Corsair K95 Platinum. Now, it just looks like any normal keyboard to you, right? Just like any normal keyboard would. And then, that's too bright. Then I hit a button, and you get this. The camera quality isn't as good as it could be. Lighting is hard on this camera. Also, guys, one more thing. Just so that you know, I got like 3 or 4 hours of sleep last night because I woke up around 1 in the morning and I was freezing cold. My whole entire body was achy. And I couldn't get back to sleep. So around 2:30, I just yelled for my dad to come in and get me some Advil. So he does, and it helps, but I still can't get back to sleep. And I'm sitting there in my bed under 7 different blankets, shivering. That's how sick I was. So, guys, like I said, this is the Corsair K95 Platinum. It is a RGB keyboard, and it also, because it's Corsair, it has this. This is the IQ, or I forget what it stands for, but I think it's like it's Corsair Utility Engine. So it shows you exactly what the keyboard is doing, and it also shows you all the different functions. So anyway, let's switch back over to this. So, you guys can hear that it is quite loud. The keys have a good feel to it. It has a number pad. It has all of this stuff over here, like the PSC, SLK, BRK, insert home, page up, delete, end, page down, stuff like that. It has a number pad. It has volume controls up here. That's what I'm hitting with my hand. You guys can't exactly tell. And it also has a number pad and arrows. Basically, I'll put a link to this in the description, but I think this is somewhere between $150 and $200. My grandfather got it for himself, but he made the mistake of storing it in my room where I found the packaging, and saw like the rainbow RGB keys, and I take the box up to him. I'm like, "Can I test this out?" And he says, "Yeah, sure." And yeah, around Christmas, he goes, "Yeah, you can have that. I'll just order myself another one." So that's how this got here. It wasn't my grandparents' house. My dad's parents, where I normally record, is my mom's parents. But yeah, basically, this thing is awesome. It's huge. It has like a hand rest here so that you're not typing awkwardly. So basically, in the IQ program, we have a bunch of different lighting features in here. So, we have the rainbows, color shifts, custom stuff, and then link lighting. We're not going to go through the link lighting because I don't have the corresponding devices to do it. The reason I say that is basically for the link lighting to work, you have to have other Corsair RGB devices, and I don't. This is the only RGB device that I have. The headphones that I use to normally record for you guys are Corsair. That's one of the reasons that I chose to try this out at my grandfather's. Because I already had the program to control it because I had the Corsair headphones. And yeah, I just had the Corsair headphones. And it seemed like an amazing opportunity to try since I had the software. Another thing that this has is it also has music controls, like right around here, right above the number pad. It has like a start, it has a pause button, it has a stop button, and it has skip controls so you can skip backward or forward. I would demo it for you guys, but anything that I play is going to be copyrighted, and I've already had enough issues with copyright within the past month. For those of you who don't know the story behind that, it was a Random Tycoons episode, and it was playing Christmas music. And it was a Christmas video. So I'm like, oh, this will be timely. And then about halfway through, I'm like, oh, wait, this stuff is copyrighted. And I ended up having to take that video down, but I didn't save it because I didn't think about the copyright. So I just decided to keep it down and not worry about putting it back up. Sorry, guys, I'm drinking some Gatorade. But anyway, we're gonna go through some of the functions that this has, and then I will say what I think of it. So let's head over to our setup. Now, this is one of my biggest feats. One of the biggest things I've done in Streamlabs OBS. Because I have this here, and it's the same source from this scene, and it wouldn't let me crop it without cropping the other one. So I just made the best of it. So I'm gonna go into my Corsair, my interactive Corsair utility engine. Now we're gonna do the rainbow wave. Now let's look at this so you guys can see the camera over there. I can make it go the opposite way. I can make it go, oh, nope, not what I meant to do. I can make it go up, so like waving up. I can make it go down, so like the colors are all going down. I can make it start on a certain key, and I can make it stop on I can do that. So that way if I'm typing, it can give people seizures while they're looking at it. There's a reason why I never used that feature. So, yeah. It can take the speed up and down. So it's going really slow there. And now it's going really fast. One thing that I will say is this is annoyingly inconvenient for doing schoolwork and stuff. Part of the reason for that is the fact of it just the amount of distraction that this can cause is incredible. Because I don't think you guys realize this. Let me switch back over here. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but I do not have my laptop on the surface of this desk. There is a shelf underneath it that I put it on. This also, instead of doing one USB, like any other keyboard, it has two. One for the lighting and one for the keyboard itself. So I hooked those two in. I have it charging. I have my laptop charging, and I have the camera plugged into it. Another great thing is that in the back of it, around here, is another USB port. I've seen keyboards that have multiple USB ports on the back. So yeah. There also might be a stand that on the bottom of this, like other keyboards, but I don't want to do it now because I don't want to bump my camera. And also, guys, I'm taking my time on this video because I'm at my home network. I can do things a lot quicker because I'm literally right 5 feet away from my Wi-Fi router, or where I record other videos. If they go over time, they take an hour and a half to 2 hours to upload per video. I think that's because I'm hooked up to my grandfather's Wi-Fi router, and basically he works for like Cisco or Nvidia or some kind of technology company, and I think he has so many firewalls and protective stuff because of what he does that it slows down the internet speed a bit. So, I mean, it's great to be hooked up to Ethernet and not have my games crash out. It's just when it comes to upload speeds, it's slightly slower because of the amount of protection that's on the Wi-Fi router. Alright, so you guys have seen the rainbow wave enough. Let's move on to the next lighting effect. So this is the color shift, which is what I had it on. This is normally what I have it on. Like I said, I can have it start on key press and end on key release. The reason that I have it normally on this one is because that way I still get the lighting effect, but it's not as distracting as, say, the rainbow wave or the rainbow spiral. Those two are very distracting because it's so much motion happening at once. I also got sick to my stomach from having the spiral rainbow one because I was watching it move around and it just got nauseating. But the great thing about this is, again, you can change the speed. You can change the speed, slow, medium, fast. Now it'll switch even quicker. And you can also have it alternate colors. So now, instead of doing a bunch of random colors, it'll do the same one and you can set them to literally whatever color you want. So, like, where I live, these are the two main sports color teams, purple and orange. So I could set it to that if it was a sports week. So, yeah, basically, this is great for focusing. This is really great for focusing because if you set it to like a slow speed, you still get all of the focus effects that you do from... You still get all of the lighting effects, you can show it off to your friends, you can do whatever with it. But you still get all of the incredibly neat lighting effects. So, yeah. You still get the neat lighting effects. You can still show off, hey, look at my neat RGB keyboard to friends, but it helps you focus. Now, this is another one. It's color pulse instead of shift. The other one didn't have any black where the keys didn't light up, whereas this one does, because it's shifting from colors, just like the other one was pulsing colors. Again, you can have it alternate. You can change the speed to slow or to fast or whatever you want. Again, you can do the start on key pressed. I feel like I don't really need to demonstrate that. This one is the color wave. Now, this is one of the coolest. I'm going to switch back to the just camera view so that you guys can really get a good look at this. Another thing is, this is much cooler in person because you don't get all of like the white from the bright light that you do in this on the camera. But it's still cool on camera. And that's the cough that I have. So, yeah. This is probably also not the best focus one. But some of these have, you can make it go to the left. You can make it go up. Like that. Forgot to switch scenes. Wow. You can, make it go down. I like mine going to the right. Again, you can do alternating colors. It sort of gets boring for alternating colors, but one of the things that I remember doing around the holidays is something like this. For like a red and green holiday thing, doing that. This one is neat. It's a visor, and it's two random colors. You can make the speed go fast, or you can make it go slow if you intend to. I'm going to keep it back in the middle. You can have it do alternating. Again, if you want it to be festive for holidays, you can do like that. So yeah, there's that. Then there is the rain function. Now this has to be one of the coolest in addition to the spiral rainbow. This looks really cool because it does look like it's raining color. The keys don't do anything special when they light up. Again, you can have it... Oops, not what I meant to do. Sorry guys, I clicked out of my program. Again, you can have it on alternating colors, so it'll do those two colors and all of the color combinations in between. You can take the speed up or take it down. Again, like for the holidays, or if you wanted like warm colors, then you can do this. If you wanted cool, then you can do this or something. Type lighting. Now this, because this is a newer version of Corsair Utility Engine, this does some interesting things. As you can see, there is a switch somewhere in here that says ripple and key. And what this will do is it'll send a ripple out for a random color whenever I type. So if I'm like typing an essay for school, then you get that. You can also have it be alternating, which looks kind of cool. I'm going to give you guys a more close-up view. And then there's the type lighting key, which is the key that you type on lights up. It doesn't do any specific ripple effect, so like I can do that. And then there's the void visualizer. Now the void visualizer, I want to tell you guys this. You need to have a Corsair Void headphone, headset, whatever you want to call it. It's a device with the name Void on it. And it can do playback visualizer. So like if you're playing music, it'll show you the intensity of the music on the actual keyboard. I haven't actually seen it work, but I can't demo it for you. It'll do microphone too. Alright, so let's see here. Now we have custom. So these are custom ones that you can do. You can set it to a specific color. Like if your favorite color is pink, you can set it to bright pink and it will stay at bright pink. There is solid. And you can make it flash like interesting patterns and stuff. You can even do Morse code at some point, I think. There's that. There's the gradient, which can fade into a different color. So like if I set it at blue, it'll fade into green. You can also change the timing of it. So like if I wanted it to change slower, I could say 3 seconds instead of like 1 second. Now there's the ripple, which ripples out from something. Again, you can do multiple colors. Let's try making it 10. So it goes a bit, oh no, we want 4. What about 20? There we go. So that kind of looks cool. That's basically a ripple effect, and then there's the wave effect, which we saw before, but it's a custom wave effect. So like the link lighting, I'll set it back to the spiral for you guys again. But the link lighting, say I had this keyboard and then an RGB headset. It would make everything do the exact same thing. And another customization for the spiral rainbow that you guys didn't see is that you can change the direction. Now, part of what I like to do is I like to do my own custom ones. So like I'll set it to up, and then you can add multiple lighting effects. You guys can't see that due to the webcam. Let me move that down. That way you guys can see the multiple lighting effects. But like what I can do is, instead of this spiral rainbow, I can do like the visor thing. But it doesn't really look that cool. So I can do alternating black and black. And now it's just a visor. It's a black visor going around. I can also do something of the exact same thing with the rain. Sorry guys, my throat is clogged a bit. I can also do the rain and make it fast. So it's stuff like that that you can play around with. I'm gonna set it back to the rainbow spiral. Those two up there. Sorry, those two are not working. And then you can have that. You can have that. There's a key up here that stops start from being enabled. There's the brightness. You can make it a lot brighter. Obviously, it's getting a bit too bright for the camera to handle. And then you can also just turn it off. And the only thing that'll be on there is the caps, number, and other lock. I forget what the other lock is called. But as you guys can see, as I'm pressing the caps lock button and the number lock button, there's a white dot up in the corner. So here's what I like and don't like about this keyboard. One of the main things that I like about it is the RGB function. It's a nice touch because they're starting to make laptops now that have these RGB functions built into the laptop keyboard. So I think this is sort of the future of what we will end up getting on our laptops. Like, my laptop keyboard is backlit, but it's white. This is full RGB. This is like full RGB. It can do any color possible. Has multiple customizations. You can make it so that if you press a key, it starts to play a certain song. Basically, I like the RGB feature about it. I also like the fact that it comes with this thing, the armrest, because I know some keyboards that are big and bulky, like this one, don't come with that, and you're sitting up there like this trying to type, and it hurts your hands and stuff. So that's one of the things that I like about this, is that it comes with this. Another thing that I like is that the keys actually feel really good to press down. One of the things that I don't really like about it is the loudness of it. It is loud as heck. I know it was one of the snow days that I had within the past few weeks. I was sitting here hooking this up. My dad was on a conference call. I start typing with it. And all the people on his conference call could hear was that. So I have seen ways that you can get like small rubber bands with it, that like small dampeners that are like rubber bands, that, because another thing you can do fairly easily with this is you can take the individual keys off. And it's kind of a nice touch to have, because that means, you know, you can get different keys for it, sort of customize it a bit more. So yeah. But the loudness is something that I don't exactly like. It's not bad. It is sort of satisfying pressing down the keys. But one of the things that I found with this is, as I am typing sort of later at night, around 9, and my dad is downstairs playing Clash Royale on his phone, I'll be sitting here and it'll be extremely loud. So mainly the loudness is my one complaint, but there are ways to fix that. So yeah, just this is a really cool keyboard. Thank you to the people that got it for me. I sort of had to adjust my whole entire desk setup because basically it doesn't make sense for me to have my laptop with a keyboard sitting up here and another keyboard that has a rainbow function. And I have a monitor on my desk that I was using as a second monitor. I'm like, well, my laptop screen being bigger is the exact same resolution, so I haven't used the second monitor as much. Also due to the fact that the HDMI cord was way too short. So I'm like, you know, I'll just use this. I'll just put my laptop down on the shelf and use this keyboard instead. So, guys, thank you for watching. Definitely be sure to subscribe. I want to say one more thing real quick. It is almost February, guys. The thing that I'm going to say is, as some of you know, I do have a TikTok account. A few of my friends know it. I unlinked my YouTube account from it because I didn't want my friends finding my YouTube account, because that would just get really, really awkward. So, yeah. And then, when spring break rolls around in about a month and a half, I'm gonna start, like, posting, like, updates of what we did every single day, and if something's funny, then I'll upload it and stuff. This is all on TikTok. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in our next one. Bye.